Hi friends, how are you all? This is Shanmugarao Sivala. I welcome you all to today's class, parts of speech, pronouns. Let us discuss today the pronouns, how to make use of all the pronouns. So before starting the class, please subscribe my channel, share it and like it. Share it to all your friends and groups so that as it is very useful, friends. Okay, and so let us discuss today pronouns. Let us learn the uses of all kinds of pronouns. So what is a pronoun, friends? It is used instead of a noun. Pronouns are used instead of nouns. Instead of names and all, we use pronouns. Okay, definition is, it is used instead of a noun. In the place of a noun, we use pronouns. And for example, I told him to buy me a car. I told him to buy me a car. Here, what are the pronouns? I. Instead of my name, we used I. I is a pronoun used instead of my name. I told him. Him is used instead of his name. So him is a pronoun. I told him to buy me. Again, instead of my name, me is used. Me is a pronoun. A car. I told him to buy me a car. I, him and me are pronouns. And I told him that the mangoes which he gave me were very tasty. And identify the pronouns. I is a pronoun. I told him. Him is a pronoun. I told him that the mangoes which is also a pronoun used instead of the mangoes. Which is used instead of the mangoes. So which is also a pronoun. The mangoes which he is also a pronoun instead of his name. Gave me is also a pronoun instead of my name. I used me. So were very tasty. I told him that the mangoes which he gave me were very tasty. And similarly, pronouns may be divided into 8 classes. We can divide them into 8 classes. They are personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, reflexive pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, interrogative pronouns, relative pronouns, pronouns of quantity and distributive pronouns. So this is how we have divided pronouns into 8 classes. So let us discuss one by one. Let us see personal pronouns. What are personal pronouns? Persons. So personal pronouns, we can subject and object. Subjective case and objective case. We can use the personal pronouns in subjective case as well as in objective case. Let us see. First person. I. Subjective case. I and we. We use in subjective case in the place of subjects. In the objective case, for I we use me. For we use us. Objective case pronouns. Second person. You. Subjective case you. Objective case you. Singular as well as plural. You only. Third person. He. For he we use him. For she we use her. For it. For they we use them. So these pronouns are used in the subjective place. Subjective case we say. Subjective case means they are used as subjects. These pronouns are used as objects. They are used in the objective case. They are used as objects. In the objective place, we have to use these pronouns. In the subjective case, we have to use these pronouns. So let us see the examples. I presented her a diamond ring. I presented her a diamond ring. I is a pronoun. I is used in it is called as a subject. This is a subject. So this is called as a subjective case pronoun. Pronoun used in the subjective case, in the place of a subject. It is used as a subject. So all these pronouns will come in the place of subjects. All these pronouns will come in the place of subjects. They are used as subjects. I presented her. Her is objective case pronoun. Objective case. So in the objective case, actually we have to use these pronouns in the objective case as objects. I presented her a diamond ring. I, subjective case, presented her, objective case. I presented her a diamond ring. Subjective pronoun, objective pronoun. She saw me at the theater. She saw me at the theater. She, subjective pronoun. She, subjective pronoun. Saw me, objective pronoun. Object. Subject, verb, object. In the place of subject, all these pronouns are used in the place of subjects, as subjects. All these pronouns are used as objects. They generally come after the verb. She saw me at the theater. Me, subject, verb, object. Used as an object. And he told us a fascinating story. He told us a fascinating story. He is a pronoun, subjective pronoun. He, subjective pronoun. He told us. Us is an objective pronoun, objective case. He told us a fascinating story. I hope that personal pronouns are used like this. Some are used in the subjective case and these are all used in the objective case. They are used as objects. I hope you understood all these pronouns, how to make use of them. Next, let us see the second type of pronouns are called as possessive pronouns. We use the possessive pronouns when we possess something, when we have something, to show that something is ours, something belongs to us. At the time we use these possessive pronouns. For example, the definition is possessive pronouns show that something belongs to somebody. Something belongs to somebody. When we say that we possess something, or somebody possesses something, we use these pronouns. Let us see, for example, personal, person, singular and plural pronouns are there. Possessive pronouns are singular as well as plural possessive pronouns. First person, for I we use mine. For I we use mine. And plural form, for we use ours. For we use ours. And second person, for you we use yours. And plural also, for you we use yours. Third person, for he we use his. For she we use hers. For it, its. For they we use theirs. So these are used to show that something belongs to somebody. To show that when somebody possesses something, somebody has got something. Okay, let us see the examples. That bench car is his. There is a car, bench car. That bench car is his. That car is his. That bench car belongs to him. And here his is a pronoun, possessive pronoun. It shows that that bench car belongs to him. That bench car is his. He has got a bench car. So his shows that that bench car belongs to him. Possessive. He possesses a bench car. So his is a pronoun, possessive pronoun. This bike is mine. This bike is mine. This is mine. This bike is mine. So it shows that mine is a possessive pronoun. It shows that I have a bike. I have got this bike. I have possessed this bike. This bike belongs to me. It shows mine. This bike is mine. Are those books yours? There are some books. If we want to ask, we don't know whose books are they. At the time, if we ask, how do we ask? Are those books yours? Are those books yours? Yours. Possessive. Do they belong to you? And the like. Are those books yours? Yours is a pronoun, possessive pronoun. Possessive pronoun. Are those books yours? And is this house hers? Is this house hers? Is this house hers? Hers is a possessive pronoun. So she possesses this house. Whether she possesses this house, we are asking. Okay, is this house hers? So these are all called as possessive pronouns. When we possess something, when we say that something belongs to somebody, at that time we use all these pronouns. Okay, singular pronouns and plural pronouns. Okay friends, I hope that you understood up to now. Let us proceed. So let us see reflexive pronouns. Third one is reflexive pronouns. Generally, reflexive pronouns are used to emphasize nouns or pronouns generally. Reflexive pronouns are used to emphasize nouns or pronouns. For example, let us see person, singular and plural. First person, For I, we use myself. For we use ourselves. Second person, for you, we use yourself. And plural form, for you, we use yourselves. Third person, for he, we use himself. For she, herself. For it, itself. For they, themselves. So these are used, these are called as reflexive pronouns. To emphasize nouns or pronouns, we use these. For example, I drew that beautiful painting myself. That is a beautiful painting. Who drew that? Myself. I myself drew that beautiful painting. I myself. We are emphasizing here my actually. I. We are emphasizing myself. I myself did that. I myself drew that beautiful painting. Myself. We are stressing the pronoun here actually. So at the time we use these reflexive pronouns. I drew that painting. It is simple. I drew that painting. That is an ordinary painting. As that is an extraordinary painting. Who drew that? I myself drew that. I drew that painting myself. I alone drew that painting without anybody's help. We are stressing the pronouns. So at the time when we stress, when we emphasize, we use myself and all these reflexive pronouns. Okay friends, I drew that beautiful painting myself. Who drew that? Myself. I drew that painting myself. Myself. And I myself solved this problem. Who solved this problem? I myself solved this problem. I myself solved this problem without taking anybody's help. I myself. We are stressing here actually the pronoun. So myself is a reflexive pronoun. She herself prepared this delicious lunch. The lunch which is very tasty, very delicious. Who prepared this? She herself prepared it. She prepared it. She prepared it. Common, ordinary. She herself prepared it. She herself, without taking anybody's help. Without anybody's help. She herself, she alone prepared such a delicious, such a tasty lunch. Here we are emphasizing she herself. She herself prepared this delicious lunch. I myself lifted this big stone. There is a big stone. Who lifted it? I myself lifted it. I myself lifted this big stone. I lifted this stone. Simple, ordinary. I myself lifted this big stone without anybody's help. I alone did this. I alone lifted this stone. And emphasizing the pronoun here. At the time we use these reflexive pronouns. And the boys enjoyed themselves during the picnic. The boys enjoyed themselves. They enjoyed themselves during the picnic. So these are all the reflexive pronouns. Whenever we emphasize nouns or pronouns, we use these reflexive pronouns, friends. I hope that you understood. So they can be used immediately after the pronoun. Immediately after the pronoun. Or else at the last position also. I drew that beautiful painting myself. Last position. Position changes. Okay friends, I hope that you understood all these reflexive pronouns. Next, fourth one is demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative, the meaning of demonstrative is point out. Point out. Demonstrative pronouns point out persons or things. They point out persons or things. At the time we use these demonstrative pronouns. For example, this, these used for things or persons or things nearby. If persons or things nearby, we use this and these used for persons or things nearby. And that too those used for persons or things farther away. Suppose they are far away at a distance. At the time we use that and those. If nearer, nearby, this and these. And when we point out somebody or something, we use these pronouns. For example, this is his apartment. This is his apartment. This we are pointing out. This particular apartment we are pointing out. Demonstrative. We are pointing out this particular apartment. This is his apartment. This is his apartment. This pointing out. This is called as a demonstrative pronoun. And these are my fields. These are my fields. All these are my fields. These are my fields. I am pointing out these fields. These particular fields are my, mine, my fields. These and pronoun. And those are his children. Those, they are at a distance. Those are his children. Those I am pointing out. Those particular children, those children are his. Those are his children. We are pointing out. That is her chain. There is a chain. That is, whose chain is that? That is her chain. Whose chain is that? That is her chain. That particular chain is hers. That is her chain. We are pointing out that particular chain is hers. That is her chain. So when we point out things or persons, we use these demonstrative pronouns. Nearby means this and these. Far away means that and those. So I hope you understood all these demonstrative pronouns. Next, fifth one is interrogative pronouns. They are used in asking questions. While asking questions, we use interrogative pronouns. Used in asking questions. What are they? What, which, who, whom, whose. These are used in asking questions. For example, what is your father? What is your father? What is your father doing? What is your father's profession? So here what is used instead of the name of your father's profession? What is a pronoun? Interrogative pronoun used in asking a question. So interrogative pronoun. What is your father? What is your mother? What is your name? What are you doing? What is a pronoun? Who is she? Who is she? Who? Who? Who is she? Who is a pronoun? Interrogative pronoun. Who is she? Whose is this ring? I found a ring here. Whose is this ring? Whose is this ring? Whose? Okay, whose is an interrogative pronoun. Instead of her name, instead of somebody's name, we are using all these interrogative words. Whose is this ring? Which is your umbrella? There are many umbrellas. Which is your umbrella? Which is your umbrella? Which? Which one? Which is your umbrella? Which is an interrogative pronoun. Whom do you want? Whom do you want? Whom? Instead of names, we are using all these pronouns, interrogative words. So these are all called as interrogative pronouns. Pronouns, interrogative pronouns used in asking questions. I hope that you understood all these, my dear friends. Okay friends, let us see. Sixth one is relative pronouns. What is a relative pronoun? Relative pronouns, these are generally used as relative pronouns. Who, whom, which, that. Relative pronouns means refers or relates to some noun going before. It shows the relation before a noun actually, between a noun, with a noun. It shows the relation with a noun. A noun which comes before it. It shows the relation. Relates, refers or relates to some noun going before. It is called as an antecedent. Which comes before is called as an antecedent. It shows the relation. Relative pronoun. Okay. So this is the man who stole my chain. This is the man who stole my chain. Here who refers to, who is used instead of the man. So who is a relative pronoun. Shows the relation. Relates, refers to this man. So who is a relative pronoun. This is the man who is used instead of the man. So this is the man who stole my chain. Who is a relative pronoun. And did you read the book which I gave you yesterday? Did you read the book which I gave you yesterday? Did you read the book which refers to the book, which is used instead of the book. So which is a relative pronoun. It relates to the book. So which is a relative pronoun which I gave you yesterday. Here is the chain that she was looking for. Here is the chain that she was looking for. That is used instead of the chain. It refers or relates to the chain. So that is a relative pronoun. I met the man whom you had spoken about. I met the man whom refers to the man, relates to the man. So whom is a relative pronoun. A relative pronoun generally comes in the mid position, middle. Okay friends. Next one is pronouns of quantity. Quantity. It refers to amount or number. It refers to amount or number. They are generally all, much, many, some, few, little, etc. These words are used generally. All attended the marriage. All attended the marriage. All is a pronoun. Pronouns of quantity and number. It comes under. All attended the marriage. Instead of their names we used all. Is a pronoun. Pronoun of quantity. Pronouns of number. It shows number. All attended the marriage. And many of the students were absent. Many of the students were absent. Many. So many of the students. Many is a pronoun. So it shows number. Many. Some of the oranges are rotten. Some of them are rotten. Some of the oranges are rotten. Some is a pronoun. Comes under pronouns of quantity and number. 10 of them were present. 10 of them were present. 10 is a pronoun used instead of their names. These are all pronouns. They come under pronouns of quantity and number. Finally, last one is distributive pronouns. Distributive pronouns. Distribution. Dividing. Distribution. Distributing. Either of the boys is industrious. There are two boys. Both of them are industrious. Industrious means hardworking. So either of the boys is industrious. Each one of them is industrious. Each one of them is hardworking. So industrious is a beautiful word. Either of the boys is industrious. After either of the boys we have to use a singular verb because we are referring to each one of them. Either of the boys is industrious. Is singular verb comes. Neither of the boys is intelligent. Two are there. Both of them are very dull. Neither of them is intelligent. Both of them are dull actually. Neither of the boys is. After neither nor either or also we use singular verb because we are referring to each one of them. Neither of the boys is intelligent. Neither of them is intelligent. Both are very dullards. Each of the girls deserves a praise. Each of the girls deserves a praise. Each one of them deserves a praise. They deserve a praise. Each of the girls deserves, singular verb. Either of you can get first rank. Either of you can get first rank this time. Either of you. Each one of you will get first rank this time. Either of you. All these come under distributive pronouns. So I hope that you understood, friends, what are pronouns. We have discussed all kinds of pronouns. All 8 kinds of pronouns. You can make use of them according to the situations. Okay, friends. So thank you very much for watching my video. Once again reminding you to please subscribe my channel and share it to all your friends and groups. And please press on subscribe bell and all so that you can get all my videos. So thank you for watching my videos.